Stephanie Milky here, aka KetoMOM, or often called mom, sis, Steffi, daughter, wife, aunt, and friend. Just like many of you, I carry a lot of titles. My favorite title is mom. I should probably say wife, which takes a lot of my time. But let's be honest, if you want to do something and do it well, you will make the time for it. Commitment is hard because we find ourselves overcommitted, but when you practice prioritizing, you will find out what is actually important and what you can let go. With the KetoMOM podcast, you will learn together how to manage our time, commit to the most important things in life, and I will equip you with the tools you need to feel qualified each step of the way. My name is Stephanie Milky, and welcome to the KetoMOM Secrets podcast. Hey everybody, welcome to the KetoMOM page. My name is Stephanie, and I'm hopping on a Friday night to talk to you. Actually, I wanted to share some thoughts that I had today, and then because I had to be adaptable, I couldn't share them with you until now. So I still want to share them with you because I am super excited. And there was just some things that I was like, man, it probably will more pertain to moms, but if you're not a mom, it's okay. But some thoughts as I was going throughout my day, which I promise will help you on your health journey. And the question of the night. I like to pick a question that I got asked today. I got asked today, hey, I'm going out to eat. What should I order? Give me some suggestions. So I would love it is as you're tuning in, where are you tuning in from? What are you doing on this Friday night? If you're hopping on and listening to me, this is what I'm doing. We actually spent the evening with my husband's grandparents, the girl's great grandparents. So we did some barbecuing, we grilled out, had some great conversations. They were sharing with the girls how much they earned when they were younger, how my grandma, Steve's grandma, didn't finish school because she had to help provide for her family, how they got paid $1 an hour. They walked us through, going through the Great Depression. They told the girls about stories about how they had one pair of shoes and they had to cut the cardboard to make it so if they had holes in their shoes. Like, isn't it incredible to sit with older, wiser people and hear the stories of their life and how they grew up? Like, they were telling our girls about the home that they lived in, how they just worked so hard, and it was so sweet. So that was our evening, is we grilled some burgers and brats. We heard some great stories and some little nuggets of wisdom. And I wanted to share with you how my day went. I also want to know how yours went. So real quick, if you're just tuning in and you're like, give me a keto tip, here is your keto tip. When you're going out to eat, this is what I do. You don't have to do it, but I did have somebody say, hey, Steph, what should I order when I'm going out to eat? And I always say, don't overthink it. I always order just water. So I'm a water drinker. Maybe you're not. I am. But I always say, eat a protein and a veggie, right? So, hey, sub the potatoes or sub the fries, grab a salad or a vegetable, pick a protein, keep it super simple. A majority of places that you go, you can substitute things and make it fit your own, right? So oftentimes people will message me on the weekend. They're like, I don't know what to eat. And I'm like, just eat some proteins and veggies or proteins in a salad. Don't order dessert if you're staying on track and just eat better. So I didn't give her a long drawn out message, but I want to know this. If you went out to eat tonight, maybe you had a date night or maybe you're going out this weekend, what is your go-to restaurant and what do you order? It gives other people ideas. All right, here are my thoughts for today. If you follow my stories and you have seen my family do cold plunging all week, it means you get into a very, very, very cold tub or it's a tub. And the water is, the goal is, I think, under 50. We're working at like around 55, I think, trying to get it as cold as we can. But you're sitting in this tub, right? And I was joking, but I did it last week just because I was like, I'll prove everybody that I can do it. I'm never going to do it again. And I've been doing the cold plunge all week with my family, mainly because all of the girls want to do it with their dad, and I don't want to be the loser and left out. And then as I'm doing this, I'm sitting there in this cold plunge today, and I've done a lot of things. Today was one of those things where in my mind, I honestly had to say, I do hard things. I do hard things. And I really want to talk to you about self-care, not being selfish, but I want you to understand something that I had to work through today. So a couple things. One of them was I'm doing hard things, things that get me out of my comfort zone, things that make me feel so stretched and so uncomfortable, whether it's the sauna and it's like 200 degrees and I'm sweating from my elbows, or freezing cold in a cold plunge where I'm like shivering. And when I'm done with both of them, I feel incredible, but it's so uncomfortable. There's things like today, I went to CrossFit by myself. I've been going to CrossFit for years. But my husband during the summer doesn't do CrossFit. He works outside, and our two older girls decided they were going to take a break from CrossFit and do their own thing. And so today it's interesting because I went because I didn't want to go, and I made myself go because I had this little weird feeling, almost like I was afraid to go by myself. I was like, who am I going to talk to? I need my girls or my husband, and nobody's going with me. Have you ever felt like that? Like, oh, I don't want to join a gym, or I don't want to do that by myself, or it's only me by myself, right? And I thought, you know what? There's a lot of people on here that don't feel like they have support at home. Maybe that's you. Maybe you feel like, listen, I'm on this journey by myself. And so I said, you know what? You know what, Stephanie? You can get your little booty to the gym and you can go, like, you guys, I have friends there. And it's just different when you feel like you're doing something by yourself. And so I told myself, I'm going to go to the gym by myself to go meet my friends that I know are there, but I'm going to do it. And then I thought, you know what? I probably will take the summer off from the gym and I'll work out at home with my family. So I was at the gym and working out and talking to the ladies, and I had this thought. And I don't know if you like me, if you have children, and here's what I'll tell you. I've been hearing so many moms. I promise you I'll wrap this around to being healthy. I've been hearing so many moms really struggling or challenged with their children leaving, empty nesters, going off to college, and I know that we'll be there someday, but I have never understood more of how powerful it is to be a part of a community than I did this last weekend and than I did today. So I'm in this CrossFit gym, right? And of course I know these ladies, and of course I'm comfortable there, but I was doing the workout and it was hard and I was sweating, and all of a sudden I went like this, I need this community. Like, I need this community and this coach to push me, because if I don't, I let myself off the hook if I go upstairs and work in my gym by myself. And then I was like, oh my goodness, our girls are going to leave someday and they're going to go venture out into their lives. And I need to make sure as a mom that I plug in to other people and other communities so that I stay full. Oftentimes maybe this is you, or maybe you felt like you've lost yourself. You know, maybe you've given so much of yourself. Maybe, I'll ask moms on our team, tell me what you love. What are your hobbies? And it's like you've given so much of yourself that you almost forget who you were or who you are. And I was doing some pull-ups today, and I was like, I need this community. This last weekend, when I was in Louisville, Kentucky, I was like, I need this community, because I'm not just a mom. I am a mom, but I'm a mom that has so many things that I'm excited to share with other moms and value to add. And I want you to know that you pursuing to be healthy, you taking care of your health, is not selfish. When I was a young mom, when we had our girls and they were babies, you guys, I did not go to the gym ever. I did not do anything where I felt like I was going to leave my girls. I felt guilty for going to the gym and taking care of myself and doing some different things because I felt like I couldn't leave them. And I wish somebody would have told me, hey, Stephanie, it's okay. Like, they're going to be okay for an hour. Hey, they're going to be okay if you leave them with somebody else, but nobody ever did. Like, I stayed home honestly, I didn't join a gym until, let's see, maybe 7 years ago. And it wasn't even like, it was on and off. And so that means maybe Annie would have been 3 or 4. It might have even been older than that. Well, I joined CrossFit a couple of years ago. I would go to the gym and bring the girls there and they would sit in the room. But I used to feel like it was selfish. And if, for those of you who've ever felt like taking care of you is selfish, I want you to know, like, self-care, some people can be selfish with it, But when you truly are taking care of yourself and you're leading yourself first, guess what? When you feel better and you're eating better and you're moving your body and you're working on your mindset, out of the overflow of you taking care of you gets to overflow into other people. And so I want you to know that community is important, right? And if you don't fully have support at home, go to a gym or be a part of a young moms group or a moms or a parent of teens group. Like there's so many different types of groups that you can be a part of. Go to the gym and find a fitness group. Like do something that you can go and eventually meet people. There's like in our town, and we live in a pretty small town, there's a group of women that get together a couple days a week and they just go walking together. They meet on a corner and they go for walks. Do something to get yourself plugged in, because if you don't, it's going to be easy to lose yourself and then you can't pour into other people, right? Caring for yourself isn't selfish. It's caring for yourself so that you can care for others. And so I went through today doing some hard things because I know that if I don't get out of my comfort zone, guess what? I'm not going to grow. And if I'm staying in my comfort zone, I'm going to stay there and then probably easily fall back and get even more comfortable. And nothing great happens in a comfort zone. If you want to grow, if you want to be the best version of you, if you want to be healthy and strong, like whatever that is, it's going to take some discomfort to get to where you want to go. So we are working on things to be the best mom and the dad in our home, to feel good, to take care of our health. And so as I'm sitting in this cold plunge for 6 minutes, and the first minute is like excruciating, freezing, I sit there with full focus and I'm like, I can do anything for 3 minutes. Like whether it's pull-ups or running or sitting in a cold plunge. And I'm going to tell you that getting healthy, whether it's moving your body or packing a lunch or going to the grocery store, learning a new recipe, right? Saying no to some of the sugary things. Like getting healthy might mean you say no to some things and get out of your comfort zone to learn other things, but it 100% will be worth it. And you can do it, whether it's 3 minutes or whether it's like 1 week of focus to where you're trying to figure out how to pack your lunch and prep your food and prep your meals. Like think of the preparation and the time spent doing it. It might seem like a lot, but you can do it. And the more you do it, it's not easier, but the simpler it becomes more simple. Is that right? Is that used right? And you start gaining confidence and becoming a better you, a healthier you, a stronger you. So I was way more excited after I left the gym. I was like, oh my goodness. And then I also said I had to work through some adaptability today. I often say in the morning lives, I'll say, hey, today is going to be a great day. I've changed it. And I said, what you have to say to yourself is, I'm going to make today great. There's a difference. Do you know what that is? If you say today's great, that's awesome. It's a mindset. Like today's going to be great. Today's going to be great. But when things come into your day, into your environment, into your path, and you have to have some AQ, it actually might not be great. The way the day is great is you are able to handle your emotions and you become adaptable. So today, I had a lot of things that I wanted to do, and I did do a lot of things, but I really wanted to, in the full excitement of how I was feeling about doing hard things and going to the gym by myself and having this aha moment as a mom and how powerful a community is, I had to be very adaptable, because when I got home, I had some situations and conversations and different things that needed to be done. AQ it stands for your adaptability quotient. So you have an IQ, how smart you are. Somebody asked in the comments, Jennifer. We have EQ, which is how well do you handle your emotions. So IQ, intelligence, EQ, how well do you handle your emotions, and AQ is how well you handle adaptability when things come into your day that are unforeseen, that you that are not in your control. So I was like flying on cloud 9, right? I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I have this awareness. I can't wait to share it with the Keto Mom page. I can't wait to share it with my family. And I walked into an AQ situation where I could have lost my EQ, my emotions, and then had to have some conversations with some people. And guess what? I had to be adaptable. I could have easily let that ruin part of my day, but I want you to know the way that you make today great and tomorrow great, and the way that you work on making your life great is because you can handle your EQ and your AQ. So when things come into your day, your environment, your home, your phone, like when somebody tries to ruffle your feathers, you can be like this, listen, I've already said I'm going to make today great. I will handle this situation. I will handle it with great emotion. I'm not going to freak out. I'm going to handle it, and I will get to the other things when I can. And that's what I did. And so I had an amazing day because I got the opportunity to push myself out of my comfort zone. And just so you know, a lot of those things that I did, like my husband is very encouraging and my girls are too, but they didn't actually realize the battle I had going on in my mind because I didn't tell them. I did it. Like I worked myself through the cold plunge. I mean, my husband's there and is talking to me. They had no idea how I was feeling about going to CrossFit by myself. Sometimes you're going to be the loudest voice in your head, and you can either push yourself to do something or you're going to talk yourself out of it. And I know the difference between the voices. If I am feeling too comfortable, and if I know that if I'm not doing something because it's scary or it's uncomfortable or I'm like, it just seems hard, you can sure bet I know how to tell myself, listen, Stephanie, you know better. And the only way you're going to grow is if you get out and do that thing that you are afraid of, you don't want to do, makes you feel uncomfortable, like go do it. And so you've got this battle and you have to know how to push it forward instead of give in to the talk that lets you out of it, right? So, hey, thanks for tuning into the Keto Mom page. I was really excited about it. I did do like an exciting live, but it wasn't here. It was with our team because there was some different takeaways that I had for our business, for our team and our friends. But I wanted to hop on here and just see how you were doing. Do you have any questions? You can ask below. You can always send me a message, and I would love to send you a message back. I got a whole bunch of messages coming in. We have some new people, a whole bunch of new people, starting the Summer Slim Down Challenge. We start intermittent fasting and learning about intermittent fasting, using ketones to intermittent fast. So we start on Monday. We're going to be walking people through intermittent fasting, eating low carb, moving their body, being mindful. We're going to do a 60-hour keto reboot at the end of the month. If you want to join us for any part of that or all of it, just post a summer challenge in the comments and I'll get you some info. Tune into the page. Ask questions. You can always go to KetoMomSecrets.com, click on book club to help you with your mindset, click on how to get started for food and ideas, click on trial packs. I just loaded up all of my trial packs of ketones that came in the mail today, so I'm mailing out a whole bunch tomorrow. It's these right here. I was running really low. So I have more ketones that just came in a huge box. I should actually unbox it for you tomorrow. But these are incredible. These are my mom fuel to help turn my brain on, to help turn my appetite down, to give me the energy to keep up with my kids and to go to CrossFit and to do all of the things. If you've never tried them, post trial in the comments and we can chat. Otherwise, thank you for tuning in. Your presence matters. I will scroll back, and if you have a question, I would love to answer that. So first of all, go to KetoMomSecrets.com if you're looking for recipes, or somebody said trials if you're looking for trial packs, KetoMomSecrets.com. If you're looking for the Summer Slim Down Challenge, Crystal, will you send me a message? I'll send you a message, but I'm going to coach it on the private Keto Mom Secrets group. And then we're also doing it as a community with the whole company. So there's 2 different groups I'll put you in. Y'all are amazing. Thanks for tuning in. I will get you the information, whatever you're asking below. And I hope you have a great night. Hey, be watching my stories because our girls are they've been working so hard on making earrings and bracelets, and they make them from clay. Like all they're doing is taking square things of clay. I put them in my stories and they have formed them to be the most beautiful earrings, and they're making bracelets. Anyways, we're going to be at the farmer's market at 6 a.m. in the morning. So they're entrepreneurs. They went and asked to have a table. They went and sought out the person that had it. They filled out the paperwork and they were like, Mom, can you take us to the farmer's market at 6 a.m.? And I was like, I sure can. It's going to be so great. It's going to be great. It's going to be so fun. Thanks for tuning in. Your presence matters. I'm always here to help. Send me a message and we'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.